Every morning, you wake up with a choice to take control of your day or let the day control you. The difference between success and stagnation often lies in this one simple truth: your daily routine shapes your future. Great lives aren't built in a day. They're built day by day through small, consistent actions that create massive long-term results. Think about it. Every decision you make, every habit you follow, every hour you spend, all of it adds up. Your routine is not just what you do, it's who you are becoming. When you repeat something daily, you are training your mind, body, and character to move in a specific direction. Success is not a mystery, it's a process, and that process begins with what you choose to do today. The most successful people in the world don't depend on motivation alone. They depend on structure. They design their mornings, plan their work, manage their time, and build systems that keep them consistent even when they don't feel inspired. Your routine becomes your foundation, the structure that supports your dreams even when your emotions fluctuate. This audiobook is about mastering your days, learning how small habits, focus, and discipline transform ordinary routines into extraordinary results. Across the next 10 chapters, you'll explore how to build a system that empowers you to grow, succeed, and live intentionally. If you've ever felt stuck, distracted, or unsure where to start, this is for you, because change doesn't begin tomorrow. It begins right now with what you choose to do next. So take a deep breath, put on your headphones, and get ready to reshape your future, one powerful routine at a time. Chapter 1. The Power of Daily Habits. Habits are the building blocks of life. Every decision you make, every action you repeat, shapes who you are and who you will become. Imagine your life as a skyscraper. Each habit is a brick. Some bricks are strong and supportive, while others are weak and unstable. The more you focus on positive, constructive habits, the taller, stronger, and more resilient your life becomes. Conversely, ignoring habits or letting destructive patterns form is like building on sand. Eventually, the structure collapses. The power of daily habits lies in their consistency. You don't need massive actions to achieve remarkable results. Tiny steps, repeated over time, accumulate into enormous outcomes. Think about brushing your teeth, tying your shoes, or making your bed every morning. These are small habits, seemingly insignificant, but they create structure, discipline, and momentum in your life. Successful people understand that consistency beats intensity. Many try to do massive actions once in a while, hoping for transformation. It doesn't work. What works is showing up every day, even when motivation is low. Motivation is temporary, but habits are permanent. They are the engine that keeps you moving forward when your energy fluctuates or your emotions falter. One of the most powerful ways to create good habits is starting small. Don't overwhelm yourself with huge, dramatic changes. Instead, pick one habit, focus on it, and do it consistently. If your goal is to read more, start with 5 minutes a day. If you want to exercise, start with 10 push-ups or a short walk. Small, daily actions are easier to sustain and compound into major results. Habits shape your identity. Every time you act, you reinforce a version of yourself. For example, if you make your bed every morning, you become a person who is organized and disciplined. If you skip workouts consistently, you reinforce a version of yourself who procrastinates or avoids challenges. By consciously designing your daily habits, you can intentionally shape the person you are becoming. Consistency is only one part of the equation. The second part is environment design. Your surroundings influence your behavior more than you might realize. If your environment makes good habits easy and bad habits difficult, success comes naturally. For instance, keeping fruits and healthy snacks in plain sight encourages better nutrition, while hiding junk food out of reach reduces temptation. Similarly, placing a water bottle on your desk reminds you to stay hydrated without thinking about it. Small environmental adjustments reinforce daily habits and make them nearly automatic. Another key element of habit mastery is tracking progress. The human brain loves feedback. When you see progress, no matter how small, your motivation increases. Use a journal, checklist, or habit tracker to mark your daily achievements. This simple act turns invisible effort into visible growth, creating a sense of accomplishment that fuels further action. The process of habit formation has three components: cue, routine, reward. A cue triggers the behavior, the routine is the behavior itself, and the reward reinforces it. For example, the cue might be waking up in the morning, the routine is making your bed, and the reward is the sense of order and accomplishment you feel afterward. By consciously designing cues and rewards, you can create habits that stick. Consistency, environment design, and cues are powerful tools, but self-awareness is equally important. Understand your triggers, your energy patterns, and the times when your willpower is strongest. Many people try to exercise late at night when they're tired, or work on complex tasks when their energy is low. By aligning habits with your natural rhythms, you make consistency easier and more enjoyable. Daily habits also build momentum. Momentum is invisible, but incredibly powerful. The first small win creates confidence, and confidence leads to more action. Over time, the compound effect of repeated habits becomes unstoppable. What might seem like tiny, insignificant acts today becomes the foundation for extraordinary success tomorrow. One of the most overlooked aspects of habit power is habit stacking, linking a new habit to an existing one. For instance, if you already brush your teeth every morning, you could stack a habit of writing down one gratitude note immediately after. By piggybacking new habits onto existing ones, you reduce friction and increase the likelihood of success. Habits aren't just about productivity or external success. They also shape your mindset. Daily habits, such as meditation, journaling, or reflection, create mental clarity, emotional balance, and resilience. When your mind is trained through consistent habits, challenges become easier to navigate, stress decreases, and your focus sharpens. Some people resist habit building because they fear repetition is boring. In reality, mastery comes from repetition. Excellence is rarely about novelty. It's about disciplined practice. Athletes, musicians, and writers all understand this principle. Greatness is born from daily commitment, not occasional inspiration. Habits also determine your future by influencing long-term identity. Repeated daily actions compounded over months and years define who you ultimately become. A single workout doesn't make you fit, but exercising daily over months does. Reading one page a day doesn't make you wise, but consistent reading over years transforms your mind. Success is the sum of small, deliberate choices repeated over time. To maintain positive habits, avoid relying solely on motivation. Motivation fluctuates. Instead, focus on systems and triggers that make good habits automatic. Design your life so the right actions are the easiest ones to take. Remove friction for good behaviors and add friction for negative ones. For example, if you want to stop checking your phone mindlessly, put it in another room while working. If you want to write, keep your notebook and pen ready on your desk. Finally, remember that habits are not a punishment or obligation. They are tools for freedom. By consistently showing up for yourself, by training your mind and body, you gain control over your future. You are no longer at the mercy of fleeting motivation or circumstance. Instead, you are intentionally creating a life aligned with your goals, values, and vision. The power of daily habits is profound because it compounds silently. Each small action contributes to your trajectory. Each morning you wake up and act intentionally. You are investing in the person you want to become. Each night you reflect, adjust, and prepare for tomorrow. You reinforce the foundation of success. In the journey of life, habits are your most faithful allies. They never forget, never get tired, and never abandon you. They quietly, relentlessly shape your future. And the beautiful truth is, you have the power to choose which habits will guide your path. Start today. Choose one small, meaningful habit. Repeat it consistently. Align it with your goals. And watch as the person you are becoming transforms your future beyond what you ever imagined. Chapter 2. Morning routines that set the tone for success. The way you start your morning often determines the quality of your entire day. A chaotic, rushed morning leaves you drained and distracted, while a structured, intentional morning fills you with energy, clarity, and purpose. The first hours of the day are like a canvas. The actions you take paint the picture of what follows. Developing a morning routine is not a luxury. It is a strategic decision that sets the tone for everything you do. Many people underestimate the power of mornings. They wake up, hit the snooze button multiple times, scroll through social media, and jump into their day, feeling stressed and reactive. This habit alone creates a subtle but powerful pattern, reacting to life instead of leading it. Conversely, those who structure their mornings with intention create a psychological advantage that fuels productivity, focus, and emotional balance. A powerful morning routine begins with waking up early. Early risers often report higher levels of productivity, mental clarity, and emotional stability. Waking up early doesn't mean depriving yourself of sleep. It means prioritizing your rest so you can rise refreshed, alert, and ready to start the day. The early hours are usually quiet, free from distractions, and ideal for reflection, planning, and action. After waking up, one of the most effective habits is hydration. Your body loses water overnight, and even mild dehydration can impact focus, energy, and mood. Drinking water immediately upon waking is a small but powerful ritual that signals care for your body and primes your system for optimal performance. Next comes movement. Physical activity in the morning, even a short stretch, yoga session, or brisk walk, wakes up your body and mind. Movement increases blood flow, releases endorphins, and enhances cognitive function. It prepares your brain to tackle tasks with energy and clarity. Morning exercise is not just about fitness, it's about activating your potential. Another critical component of a morning routine is mental preparation. Taking time to meditate, practice gratitude, or visualize your goals strengthens focus and emotional resilience. Meditation helps calm the mind and increases awareness. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance, improving mood and motivation. Visualization allows you to mentally rehearse success, creating a sense of confidence and clarity for the day ahead. Many successful people also use the morning to plan and prioritize. Spending a few minutes reviewing your goals, writing a to-do list, or highlighting key priorities helps you take control rather than letting the day control you. Planning isn't about rigid schedules, it's about clarity. Knowing what matters most allows you to focus your energy where it creates the greatest impact. Nutrition is another cornerstone of an effective morning routine. Eating a balanced breakfast fuels your body and brain, ensuring sustained energy and focus. Skipping breakfast or relying on sugar-laden foods leads to energy crashes and poor decision-making. A morning meal rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats primes you for peak performance. Avoiding distractions is crucial in the early hours. Many people start their day with their phones, scrolling emails, social media, or news. This creates stress and reactive thinking before you even begin working on meaningful tasks. A mindful morning routine keeps your attention on actions that add value to your life, rather than letting external inputs dictate your mindset. Journaling is a highly effective morning practice. Writing down thoughts, goals, or reflections helps organize your mind and provides clarity. It's also an opportunity to track progress, release mental clutter, and reinforce self-awareness. Journaling builds a connection with yourself that strengthens decision-making and focus throughout the day. Rituals are key to creating a morning routine that sticks. A ritual is more than a habit. It's a deliberate, meaningful action performed consistently. Rituals create a psychological anchor, signaling the mind and body that a new day is beginning and that you are intentional about how it unfolds. Consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need a complex hour-long routine to transform your mornings. Even 20-30 minutes of intentional actions, hydration, movement, meditation, planning can create momentum for the entire day. The key is repetition. The more consistent you are, the more automatic and powerful your morning routine becomes. Morning routines also build resilience. Life is unpredictable. Challenges arise, distractions appear, and stress hits. A strong morning routine equips you with focus, calm, and energy to face these challenges effectively. When your day starts with structure and intentionality, setbacks are less likely to derail your productivity or mood. It's important to design your routine around your natural rhythm. Some people are early risers, full of energy in the first hours of the day. Others peak later. Understand your body and mind and structure your morning routine to maximize your natural energy cycles. Aligning habits with your biology increases consistency and effectiveness. Successful morning routines often include a learning component. Reading, listening to podcasts, or studying something new stimulates the mind, expands perspective, and sets a growth-oriented tone for the day. Knowledge gained in the morning is often retained better because the mind is fresh and alert. Reflection is another valuable tool. Spending a few minutes contemplating long-term goals, reviewing progress, or setting intentions creates a sense of purpose. It reminds you why your daily actions matter and keeps you aligned with your vision. Reflection transforms routine into meaningful action. Another strategy is batching tasks early in the day. Identify key tasks that require focus and tackle them when your energy and concentration are highest. Completing critical tasks first creates momentum and reduces stress later. The early morning is prime time for high-impact work before distractions accumulate. The power of a morning routine is not limited to productivity. It also enhances emotional well-being. Starting the day calmly and intentionally reduces stress, improves mood, and strengthens emotional resilience. When your mind begins the day in clarity rather than chaos, every interaction, decision, and action benefits. Your morning routine should evolve over time. As your goals, energy levels, and circumstances change, adjust your routine to stay aligned with your priorities. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning discipline, it means optimizing for continuous growth. Even small, consistent improvements in your morning can create compounding effects. 10 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of planning, or a short walk may seem insignificant alone, but repeated daily, they generate momentum, focus, and energy that ripple through every area of your life. Accountability increases adherence to morning routines. Share your goals, use habit trackers, or partner with someone who supports your growth. Accountability provides motivation and reinforces consistency, making it easier to maintain structure even when challenges arise. The ultimate goal of a morning routine is to start each day with intention, focus, and energy. When your first hours are aligned with your goals, values, and priorities, the rest of the day naturally flows in a productive and purposeful direction. Remember, mornings are not just about waking up, they are about waking into life with clarity and control. Your routine is the compass that guides you. The habits, rituals, and actions you repeat in the early hours define your performance, your mindset, and your long-term success. A carefully crafted morning routine transforms ordinary days into extraordinary ones. It gives you an advantage few people realize exists: the power to dictate how your day unfolds rather than letting external circumstances dictate it. Start small. Begin today. Wake up a little earlier. Hydrate, move, reflect, and plan. These small but consistent steps shape the trajectory of your life. Your morning sets the tone, and your day determines your future. When you commit to mastering your mornings, you're not just changing your routine, you're changing your life. Each day becomes an opportunity to practice discipline, focus, and intentionality. Each morning is a foundation for success. In the grand journey of self-improvement, mornings are your first and most powerful battlefield. Win your morning, and you win your day. Win your days, and you win your life. Chapter 3. Evening Routines that Restore and Recharge. Your day does not end when the clock strikes a certain hour. The way you close your day shapes how you feel, how you sleep, and how ready you are for tomorrow. Just as morning routines set the tone for productivity, evening routines set the tone for recovery, reflection, and preparation. An intentional evening routine ensures that your energy, focus, and mindset are restored, allowing you to consistently perform at your best. Evening routines are often overlooked. Many people finish work or school, eat dinner, scroll through social media, and collapse into bed, exhausted but restless. Without structure, your mind remains active, stress lingers, and sleep quality suffers. Over time, this pattern erodes energy, focus, and motivation, making it harder to maintain a productive daily routine. Establishing a deliberate evening routine can reverse these effects, creating a rhythm that restores your body and mind. One of the first steps in building an effective evening routine is winding down from work or responsibilities. This could mean taking a short walk, practicing light stretching, or simply stepping away from screens. By physically and mentally separating from daily stresses, you allow your nervous system to transition from high alert to relaxation. This separation signals to your brain that the day is ending, preparing your mind for rest. Sleep hygiene is critical. Going to bed at a consistent time each night stabilizes your circadian rhythm, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up refreshed. Avoiding screens, bright lights, and intense mental activity at least an hour before bed improves sleep quality. Your brain needs this downtime to consolidate memory, repair cells, and restore energy. Sleep is not optional. It's foundational for success. Evening routines should include reflection. Reviewing the day's successes and challenges allows you to learn from experiences, celebrate achievements, and adjust your approach for tomorrow. Journaling is a highly effective tool for this. Writing down your thoughts, lessons, and gratitudes not only organizes your mind, but also reinforces emotional resilience. Reflection ensures that your day's actions become meaningful, not just mechanical. Gratitude practices are another powerful component of evening routines. Listing 3 to 5 things you are grateful for before bed shifts your mindset from scarcity or stress to abundance and peace. Gratitude reduces anxiety, improves mood, and helps you sleep with a positive mental state. By ending your day with appreciation, you reinforce a sense of well-being that supports long-term success. Relaxation techniques, such as deep breathing, meditation, or progressive muscle relaxation, are invaluable for recharging the mind and body. These practices lower cortisol levels, slow heart rate, and calm the nervous system. When performed consistently, they create a buffer against daily stress, helping you recover faster and maintain emotional balance. Evening routines also influence future performance by preparing for tomorrow. Planning your next day before bed reduces decision fatigue and mental clutter. Writing a to-do list, organizing your workspace, or setting priorities primes your brain to act with clarity and purpose in the morning. This preparation creates momentum and minimizes wasted energy when the new day begins. Nutrition plays a role in evening restoration as well. Eating a balanced dinner at least a couple of hours before bedtime supports digestion and sleep quality. Avoid excessive caffeine, sugar, or heavy meals late at night, as they can interfere with rest. A light, nutrient-rich meal promotes energy balance and ensures that your body can fully recover overnight. Another key habit is digital detox. Constant exposure to screens, phones, computers, TVs keeps your mind stimulated and delays relaxation. Set boundaries for evening screen time. or use blue light filters if screens are unavoidable. Creating a calm, low-stimulation environment in the final hours of your day signals to your brain that it's time to wind down. Reading in the evening is highly effective, but the content matters. Choose books that inspire, educate, or relax you, rather than stressful or overly stimulating material. Reading before sleep has multiple benefits. It reduces stress, improves focus, and enhances imagination. It's a quiet, deliberate activity that signals to your brain that the day is ending peacefully. Evening routine should also include movement or stretching, especially for people with sedentary lifestyles. Gentle stretching, yoga, or a short walk improves circulation, reduces tension, and signals the body that it's time to recover. Physical relaxation supports mental and emotional relaxation, creating a holistic approach to ending the day. The emotional component of evening routines is often overlooked. Spending quality time with loved ones, expressing appreciation, or engaging in meaningful conversation enhances connection and emotional resilience. These interactions reduce stress, improve mood, and create a sense of fulfillment that supports long-term well-being. Some people resist evening routines because they see them as optional or less important than productivity. In reality, how you end your day often determines how effectively you begin the next. Skipping intentional closure leads to cumulative stress, poor sleep, and lower performance. Investing 30-60 minutes each night in structured wind-down habits pays dividends in energy, focus, and mental clarity. Evening routines also build self-discipline. It takes intention to stop working, put away distractions, and care for your mind and body at the end of the day. By practicing this discipline consistently, you strengthen your ability to follow through on other goals, reinforcing the broader habit-building process. The compounding effect of evening routines is subtle but powerful. Each night you follow your routine, you recover more effectively, reduce stress, and set up the next day for success. Over weeks and months, this consistency transforms your energy levels, focus, and emotional resilience. Small, deliberate acts of self-care at night accumulate into lasting improvement. Another powerful habit is mindset review. Before sleep, ask yourself, what went well today? What could I improve? How can I approach tomorrow with more clarity and purpose? This reflection aligns your actions with your goals, reinforces learning, and sets a positive trajectory for the next day. Evening routines also promote mental decluttering. Our minds often ruminate on unfinished tasks or unresolved challenges. By dedicating time to organize thoughts, plan next steps, and release worry, you prevent mental overload and support restful sleep. A clear mind is essential for creativity, focus, and problem solving. A consistent evening routine creates a sense of ritual and predictability, which reduces anxiety and fosters calm. Your mind and body learn that certain cues signal rest, repair, and reflection. Over time, this routine becomes automatic, requiring less conscious effort while producing profound benefits. Finally, the goal of evening routines is holistic restoration: body, mind, and spirit, physical relaxation, mental clarity, emotional balance, and purposeful reflection together create the foundation for high performance. By ending your day intentionally, you ensure that tomorrow begins with energy, focus, and motivation. Evening routines are not about restriction or obligation. They are about empowerment. They give you control over your rest, recovery, preparation. They help you avoid burnout, manage stress, and maintain momentum. By consistently closing your day with intention, you invest in yourself, your growth, and your future success. Your evening routine is the quiet partner to your morning routine. While mornings build momentum and focus, evenings restore, recharge, and reflect. Both are essential components of a life designed for success. The habits you cultivate in the final hours of your day are just as important as those in the first. Start tonight. Set aside 30 minutes for reflection, gratitude, planning, and relaxation. Create a calm environment, stretch, journal, and prepare your mind for restorative sleep. By treating your evening intentionally, you are shaping your tomorrow, your week, and ultimately your future. A deliberate evening routine is not just a habit, it's a foundation for a life of clarity, purpose, and consistent growth. When you master the close of your day, you empower every day that follows. And that is the power of intentional evening. Chapter 4. Time Management. Making every minute count. Time is the one resource that everyone has equally, yet so few manage effectively. Each day offers 24 hours, and how you use them determines whether you move toward your goals or drift through life. Time management is not about cramming more tasks into your day. It's about prioritizing, focusing, and making every minute count. Mastering time is mastering life itself. The first step in effective time management is clarity of priorities. If you don't know what matters most, your time will be consumed by distractions, urgent but unimportant tasks, and reactive behavior. Start by identifying the few key activities that create the greatest impact in your life. Your high-value tasks. Everything else should support, not distract from, these priorities. Once you have clarity, it's crucial to plan your day intentionally. Scheduling your time allows you to allocate energy to what matters most. Use tools like calendars, planners, or digital apps to structure your day, ensuring that important tasks have dedicated time slots. Planning is not rigid, it's a map that guides you, reducing decision fatigue and increasing focus. One of the most effective time management strategies is time blocking. This involves assigning specific blocks of time for specific activities. For example, dedicate the first 2 hours of your workday to your most important project. Reserve midday for meetings or collaborative work, and set aside the late afternoon for administrative tasks. Time blocking creates focus and reduces the mental burden of switching between tasks. Another key principle is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This concept suggests that 80% of results come from 20% of actions. Identify the tasks that yield the highest return on your time and focus on them. Eliminating or delegating low-impact activities frees your energy for what truly matters, creating exponential growth in productivity. Distraction management is essential. Modern life is full of interruptions, notifications, social media, emails, and unexpected demands. Each distraction fragments focus, reducing the quality and speed of your work. Establish boundaries by turning off notifications, setting dedicated focus periods, and creating an environment conducive to concentration. Focused work produces better results in less time. Effective time management also requires understanding your energy cycles. Everyone has peak periods of alertness and creativity during the day. Schedule high-priority, challenging tasks during your peak hours, and reserve routine or less demanding tasks for low-energy periods. Working in alignment with your natural rhythms enhances efficiency and reduces burnout. Delegation is another powerful tool. You don't have to do everything yourself. Identify tasks that can be handled by others, and focus your time on activities that only you can accomplish. Delegation frees up mental and physical resources for high-impact work, accelerating progress toward your goals. Avoid multitasking. While it feels productive, multitasking divides attention and reduces overall efficiency. Studies show that focusing on one task at a time increases speed, quality, and satisfaction. Prioritize deep work sessions where you give your full attention to a single activity. Time management also involves saying no strategically. Every yes to a low-priority task is a no to something more important. Learning to decline politely but firmly protects your schedule, energy, and focus. Your time is valuable. Treating it with respect ensures long-term success. Tracking your time is critical for improvement. Keep a log of how you spend your hours and identify patterns, wasted time, and opportunities for optimization. Awareness creates control. Often, simply knowing where your time goes motivates changes that dramatically improve productivity. Batching similar tasks together is another effective strategy. For instance, respond to emails during a designated 30-minute period, rather than sporadically throughout the day. Grouping similar actions reduces transition time, mental load, and wasted energy, allowing you to accomplish more in less time. Breaks are vital for sustaining productivity. Working for hours without rest leads to diminishing returns. Use techniques like the Pomodoro method, 25-50 minutes of focused work followed by a short break, to maintain energy, concentration, and efficiency. Breaks are not wasted time, they are investments in sustained performance. Goal alignment is key to time management. Your daily actions should reflect your short-term and long-term objectives. Without alignment, tasks become busy work, and time is wasted. Every activity should serve a purpose, moving you closer to meaningful results. Regularly review your goals and adjust daily priorities to ensure alignment. Preparation reduces wasted time. Start each day with a clear plan and end each day by organizing tasks for tomorrow. Simple preparation reduces decision fatigue, minimizes stress, and ensures you begin each day with clarity and direction. This cyclical process creates momentum and consistency in productivity. Time management also requires flexibility. Unexpected events, interruptions, and emergencies occur. A rigid schedule that cannot adapt creates stress, while a flexible plan allows for adjustments without losing sight of priorities. Adaptability ensures resilience and continuity in pursuing your goals. Another overlooked aspect is mindset toward time. Many people view time as infinite, leading to procrastination and wasted effort. Treat time as a precious, limited resource. Every moment is an opportunity to invest in growth, progress, and meaningful experiences. A sense of urgency motivates action and reduces delay. Technology can either help or hinder your time management. Use tools that enhance focus, streamline tasks, and track progress. Avoid technology that distracts, fragments attention, or fosters procrastination. Digital discipline is essential in modern life to maintain control over your time. Reflection is critical. At the end of each day, review accomplishments, challenges, and lessons learned. Reflection creates awareness, informs better decisions, and identifies areas for improvement. It turns ordinary days into opportunities for continuous growth and learning. Time management is ultimately about intentionality. Every hour, every minute, every action should have purpose. Living with awareness of how you use your time transforms life from reactive to proactive. By mastering time, you gain control over results, reduce stress, and create a foundation for success. Remember, small improvements in time management compound over months and years. Waking earlier, prioritizing high-value tasks, focusing deeply, reducing distractions, and reflecting daily accumulate into extraordinary results. The person who consistently manages their time intentionally achieves far more than someone with talent alone. Time management is not just about productivity. It's about living a meaningful life. How you spend your hours defines your experiences, growth, and relationships. By treating time as sacred and aligning actions with purpose, you maximize both achievement and fulfillment. Start today. Analyze your time. Identify priorities. Plan intentionally and protect your focus. Each minute you manage wisely builds toward a future of accomplishment, freedom, and success. Time is fleeting. Use it wisely, and your life will reflect the value of every moment. Chapter 5: The Role of Discipline in Daily Success. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without discipline, motivation alone cannot sustain consistent action. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline keeps you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. It is the internal force that allows you to act in alignment with your long-term objectives, rather than giving in to short-term comfort or distraction. Many people confuse discipline with punishment or rigidity, but true discipline is empowering. It is the ability to make deliberate choices, follow through on commitments, and maintain focus on what matters most. Discipline is not about being harsh or controlling yourself through fear. It's about creating freedom, freedom from procrastination, chaos, and wasted time. Discipline begins with clarity of purpose. You cannot act consistently without knowing what you are aiming for. When you have a clear vision of your goals, it becomes easier to choose actions that support those goals, even when the temptation to deviate arises. Your why fuels your discipline, providing a reason to persist through discomfort. One of the most important aspects of discipline is consistency. Small, repeated actions performed daily produce enormous results over time. Discipline ensures that these actions continue, even when motivation is low, energy is depleted, or life becomes challenging. Whether it's exercising, reading, journaling, or practicing a skill, discipline transforms repeated effort into mastery. Self-discipline is cultivated through habit formation. Habits are the framework of disciplined behavior. By creating routines that align with your goals, you reduce the mental effort required to act. The more your positive actions become automatic, the less you rely on willpower alone. Discipline thrives when your environment, habits, and systems support your intentions. Another key principle is delayed gratification. Discipline often requires postponing immediate pleasure for long-term benefit. Successful people understand the value of short-term sacrifice in exchange for lasting results. Whether it's saving money, studying for a test, or completing a challenging project, resisting instant gratification reinforces discipline and builds character. Time management is deeply connected to discipline. Acting intentionally rather than reactively requires self-control. Prioritizing tasks, avoiding distractions, and adhering to schedules all demand disciplined focus. Without discipline, even the best plans and strategies falter. Your ability to control your time reflects the strength of your self-discipline. Discipline also strengthens mental resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. Discipline allows you to stay on course despite obstacles, setbacks, or failure. When distractions, doubts, or discomfort arise, disciplined individuals remain committed to their goals, trusting that persistence compounds into achievement. Building discipline requires starting small. You don't need to overhaul your life in a single day. Begin with one area, one habit, or one task that requires self-control. Gradually expand your capacity, layer by layer, until discipline permeates multiple aspects of your life. Each small success reinforces confidence and motivates further action. Accountability is another factor that enhances discipline. When someone is aware of your commitments, a mentor, coach, or peer, you are more likely to follow through. Publicly committing to a goal or tracking progress increases adherence and strengthens your internal resolve. Self-discipline is intimately linked with self-awareness. Understanding your triggers, weaknesses, and tendencies allows you to create strategies to maintain focus and control. For example, if you know social media distracts you, discipline includes removing it from your workspace during focused periods. Knowing yourself makes disciplined action easier and more consistent. Discipline is not just about work or productivity, it extends to health, relationships, and personal growth. Exercising regularly, maintaining a balanced diet, managing finances responsibly, and nurturing meaningful relationships all require disciplined effort. Success in life is holistic, and discipline underpins every aspect. Emotional regulation is another dimension of discipline. Staying calm under pressure, responding thoughtfully rather than impulsively, and maintaining focus despite stress are all products of disciplined practice. The ability to manage emotions strengthens decision-making and supports long-term goals. Discipline also requires deliberate planning. Spontaneity without structure often leads to wasted time and inconsistent effort. By creating systems, schedules, and routines, you reduce reliance on fleeting motivation and increase the likelihood of following through on intentions. Planning amplifies the impact of disciplined action. The benefits of discipline compound over time. Each day you act in alignment with your goals. You build momentum. Small victories accumulate, confidence grows, and results become inevitable. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Over weeks and months, disciplined effort transforms dreams into reality. Overcoming procrastination is a core component of discipline. Most people delay action because the task seems difficult, unpleasant, or overwhelming. Discipline means starting anyway, breaking tasks into manageable steps, and taking action consistently. Progress, no matter how small, builds momentum and reduces anxiety associated with procrastination. Self-discipline is also strengthened through self-reward and reflection. Recognizing effort and celebrating milestones reinforces positive behavior. Reflection allows you to assess what worked, what didn't, and how to improve. This iterative process strengthens both discipline and self-awareness. Failure is inevitable, but discipline ensures recovery. When mistakes occur, disciplined individuals analyze, adjust, and persist. They don't abandon routines or goals because of setbacks. Instead, they view challenges as opportunities to reinforce habits, learn lessons, and strengthen resolve. A disciplined life reduces decision fatigue. By automating routine actions and adhering to structured habits, your mind can focus on high-value decisions rather than trivial choices. Discipline frees mental energy, allowing you to allocate focus where it truly matters. The ultimate power of discipline lies in freedom and mastery. While it may seem counterintuitive, disciplined people enjoy greater flexibility because they have control over their actions, time, and priorities. Discipline allows you to say yes to what aligns with your vision and no to what doesn't, creating a life of purpose and intentionality. Start today. Identify one area where you lack consistency. Choose one habit, one task, or one priority. Commit to disciplined action for 30 days. Track your progress, adjust, and persist. Each act of self-discipline strengthens your character, sharpens your focus, and builds a foundation for success. Discipline transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Motivation is fleeting, talent is variable, but discipline is unwavering. It is the key to mastering your routines, achieving your goals, and creating a future defined by intention, growth, and fulfillment. Chapter 6: The Science of Focus and Concentration. Focus is the bridge between intention and achievement. You may have clear goals, routines, and discipline, but without the ability to concentrate, progress slows and distractions steal your energy. Concentration is a skill that can be trained, refined, and applied consistently to maximize productivity and personal growth. Understanding the science behind focus allows you to harness your mental power efficiently. Our brains are constantly bombarded with stimuli, notifications, sounds, visual inputs, and internal thoughts. This sensory overload divides attention and reduces cognitive performance. True focus means prioritizing a single task while filtering out irrelevant distractions. Neuroscience shows that multitasking is actually task switching, which reduces efficiency, memory retention, and quality of work. Concentration, therefore, is less about doing more simultaneously and more about doing one thing exceptionally well. Attention span varies throughout the day. Research identifies peaks and troughs in mental alertness, often influenced by sleep, nutrition, and circadian rhythms. By understanding when you are naturally most alert, you can schedule your most demanding tasks during peak focus periods. This alignment improves efficiency and ensures high-quality output. One of the most effective techniques for boosting concentration is eliminating distractions. Create a workspace that supports deep focus. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and remove clutter. Your environment has a powerful impact on your ability to maintain attention. When your surroundings are conducive to focus, your brain spends less energy resisting interruptions. Deep work, a concept popularized by Cal Newport, emphasizes long, uninterrupted periods of concentration. During deep work, you engage fully with complex tasks, producing higher quality results in less time. Even short periods of deep work, such as 60-90 minutes, can lead to substantial progress when practiced consistently. Deep work requires discipline, planning, and deliberate attention to minimize mental drift. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for focus. Practicing mindfulness meditation strengthens your brain's attention networks, reduces stress, and improves cognitive flexibility. Even 5 to 10 minutes of daily mindfulness can increase your ability to maintain concentration throughout the day. Mindfulness trains you to notice distractions without reacting, allowing you to return quickly to your task. The Pomodoro technique is a practical method for maintaining focus. By working in 25-50-minute intervals followed by short breaks, you create a rhythm that optimizes attention while preventing mental fatigue. These intervals train your brain to sustain effort for manageable periods, maximizing productivity without burning out. Goal clarity also enhances focus. When you know exactly what you need to accomplish, your mind is less likely to wander. Break tasks into specific, actionable steps. Vague objectives lead to procrastination, distraction, and wasted energy. Clarity creates direction, and direction focuses attention. Physical health directly impacts mental focus. Nutrition, hydration, sleep, and movement all contribute to cognitive performance. A well-fueled brain can sustain attention longer, resist distractions, and process information more effectively. Conversely, fatigue, dehydration, and poor diet reduce concentration, memory retention, and problem-solving ability. Another important factor is habitual focus practice. Just as muscles grow stronger with training, attention strengthens with deliberate exercises. Activities like reading, learning a skill, or practicing meditation train your brain to sustain attention and resist distractions. Regular mental training improves your ability to concentrate naturally over time. Limiting cognitive load is crucial for maintaining focus. Attempting to juggle too many tasks or process excessive information overwhelms working memory and reduces effectiveness. Simplifying your workflow, batching similar tasks, and prioritizing high-impact activities helps maintain mental clarity and sustained attention. Your mindset influences focus as well. Believing that you can concentrate and resist distractions reinforces your ability to do so. Self-efficacy, the confidence in your capacity to achieve, enhances attentional control. By cultivating a growth-oriented mindset, you improve resilience to mental fatigue and distraction. Flow states represent the pinnacle of focus. Flow occurs when challenge and skill are perfectly balanced, attention is fully engaged, and time seems to fade away. Achieving flow requires clear goals, immediate feedback, and deep immersion. Flow is highly productive, deeply satisfying, and often leads to breakthroughs in performance and creativity. Environmental cues also aid concentration. Music, lighting, temperature, and workspace organization can either support or hinder focus. Many people find that ambient music, natural light, and a tidy space enhance attention, while noise, clutter, or poor lighting impair performance. Paying attention to your surroundings optimizes cognitive function. Breaks and recovery are essential for sustaining concentration. Even the most focused mind needs periodic rest to avoid diminishing returns. Short breaks, physical activity, or brief meditation sessions help recharge attention, ensuring that productivity remains high over longer periods. Technology can be both a tool and a threat to focus. Use digital tools that streamline tasks, track progress, or minimize distraction, while consciously avoiding apps and notifications that fragment attention. Digital discipline is a cornerstone of modern focus. Accountability enhances concentration. When you commit to completing a task within a defined period or share progress with others, your attention becomes more deliberate. External accountability reinforces internal discipline, ensuring tasks are completed efficiently. Stress management is critical for focus. High stress activates the amygdala, impairing attention and decision-making. Techniques such as deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and mindfulness reduce stress, restore clarity, and enhance the brain's ability to concentrate on priority tasks. Learning to manage internal distractions is equally important. Thoughts, worries, and emotions can derail focus as easily as external interruptions. Practices like journaling, mindfulness, and reflection train the mind to acknowledge distractions without being consumed by them, maintaining sustained attention on the task at hand. Visualization can support concentration. Mentally rehearsing the steps to complete a task or imagining the successful outcome primes the brain for action, increasing clarity and reducing hesitation. Visualization enhances focus by creating a clear mental path for your efforts. Lastly, focus is a skill for life. It impacts learning, work, relationships, and personal growth. Cultivating concentration enables you to perform at your best, maximize efficiency, and achieve meaningful results. Every hour spent focused produces exponentially more value than hours spent distracted or half engaged. Start today. Identify your peak focus times, eliminate distractions, plan deep work sessions, and practice attention-strengthening exercises. Commit to building your concentration, one intentional effort at a time. Mastering focus allows you to direct energy, achieve goals, and create the life you desire. Concentration is not merely a mental ability, it is the foundation of achievement. By understanding its science, practicing its techniques, and consistently applying them, you gain the ability to accomplish more, think clearly, and live intentionally. Chapter 7. Building momentum through small wins. Success is rarely a sudden, monumental event. It is the result of consistent, intentional actions that accumulate over time. One of the most powerful ways to sustain motivation and productivity is by creating momentum through small wins. Small wins are minor achievements that reinforce your progress, build confidence, and inspire further action. Over time, these incremental successes compound into extraordinary results. Momentum is the force that propels you forward. Just as a rolling snowball grows larger and faster as it moves, achieving small wins builds energy, focus, and commitment. Each success reinforces your belief in your abilities, making it easier to tackle increasingly challenging tasks. Momentum transforms effort into flow, turning ordinary actions into a powerful trajectory toward your goals. The first step in leveraging small wins is setting achievable micro-goals. Breaking larger objectives into manageable steps ensures that progress is tangible and measurable. For example, instead of aiming to write an entire book in 1 month, set a goal to write a single chapter each week. Completing these smaller tasks produces regular accomplishments, which reinforce motivation and focus. Celebrating wins, no matter how minor, is essential. Recognition of achievement strengthens neural pathways associated with success, creating positive feedback loops. A simple acknowledgement, a note in your journal, or a brief reflection on your progress can enhance satisfaction and inspire continued effort. Celebrating small wins keeps morale high and reinforces your commitment to long-term objectives. Small wins also reduce overwhelm. Large goals can feel intimidating, leading to procrastination or inaction. By focusing on achievable tasks, you break the cycle of fear and hesitation. Each completed task builds confidence, proving that progress is possible. Momentum grows as each small success accumulates, making even daunting goals feel attainable. Consistency is critical in building momentum. Regular, repeated actions, no matter how small, generate cumulative impact. Discipline combined with small wins ensures that progress is sustainable. For instance, committing to 30 minutes of focused exercise daily may seem minor, but over weeks and months, it transforms health, energy, and resilience. The key is repetition. Small, intentional actions repeated consistently Tracking progress enhances momentum. When you can visually see how far you've come, motivation intensifies. Use journals, checklists, or digital tools to record achievements and review patterns of success. Reflection on progress reinforces confidence, illuminates strengths, and identifies areas for improvement. Momentum is easier to sustain when you can measure it. Another principle is leveraging early wins. Completing initial tasks builds a sense of accomplishment that energizes subsequent efforts. Early wins provide momentum that carries you through more complex or challenging objectives. By structuring your goals so that early successes are achievable, you create a psychological advantage that fuels motivation. Momentum through small wins also nurtures resilience. Challenges, setbacks, and failures are inevitable in any pursuit. Small wins remind you that progress is possible, even when obstacles arise. Each accomplishment reinforces your ability to overcome difficulty, creating a mindset of perseverance and adaptability. Small wins create positive habits. Every completed task strengthens behavior patterns that lead to further success. Momentum develops naturally as habits reinforce one another. For example, completing a daily workout encourages healthier eating, better sleep, and improved focus, which in turn enhances performance in work or study. Success compounds as habits build upon each other. Visualization enhances the effect of small wins. Mentally rehearsing the completion of micro-tasks or imagining the impact of success primes your brain for action. Visualization increases confidence, reduces hesitation, and strengthens the connection between effort and achievement. By imagining small wins before taking action, you reinforce the momentum once the task is completed. Focus is crucial. To leverage small wins effectively, avoid spreading attention across too many tasks. Concentrate on one task at a time, complete it, and then move to the next. This approach creates a clear chain of accomplishments, each building on the last, sustaining forward movement and preventing distraction. Accountability amplifies momentum. Sharing goals with a friend, mentor, or coach encourages follow-through. Public commitment creates external reinforcement, making small wins even more impactful. Social support also provides encouragement and recognition, boosting confidence and sustaining effort. Reflection is an essential part of momentum. After completing a small win, take a moment to analyze what worked, what felt challenging, and what lessons can be applied to future tasks. Reflection transforms minor achievements into growth opportunities, enhancing skill, efficiency, and confidence. Momentum through small wins is particularly powerful when tackling long-term goals. Large ambitions, such as building a business, writing a book, or mastering a skill, can feel overwhelming without visible progress. By focusing on incremental successes, you maintain engagement, motivation, and direction. Each small achievement moves you closer to the ultimate objective, while preventing discouragement or burnout. Small wins are also motivating on a neurological level. Each accomplishment triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, motivation, and reward. This chemical reinforcement creates a natural drive to continue working, making momentum self-reinforcing. The brain craves the satisfaction of completion, even for minor tasks, which propels you forward. It's important to maintain perspective. Small wins are meaningful, not because they are monumental, but because they are consistent. Avoid waiting for perfect conditions or grand results. Action, progress, and reflection are more valuable than perfection. Each small step contributes to cumulative achievement, and the journey itself strengthens resilience and skill. Adjusting goals based on feedback enhances momentum. If a task is completed successfully, consider whether the next step should increase in challenge or maintain consistency. Momentum is sustained when progress is both recognized and leveraged to fuel further growth. Flexibility allows you to maintain forward motion without stagnation or frustration. Consistency, reflection, celebration, and incremental improvement together create unstoppable momentum. Over time, small wins compound into extraordinary achievements, transforming the trajectory of your life. The most successful people in any field understand this principle. They focus on small, deliberate actions that build confidence, skill, and momentum. Start today. Identify one area in your life where you can create a small win. Complete the task fully, reflect, celebrate, and repeat. Each small win adds energy, reinforces habits, and propels you forward. Momentum is built one action at a time, and once it begins, it can carry you through challenges, setbacks, and obstacles toward your greatest goals. Momentum through small wins is not just a strategy, it's a lifestyle. By valuing incremental progress, you cultivate confidence, resilience, and achievement. Success is not reserved for those with extraordinary talent. It is achieved by those who act consistently, celebrate progress, and leverage small wins into lasting impact. Chapter 8. The power of consistency in results. Consistency is the engine that drives lasting success. Talent, motivation, and intelligence are valuable, but without regular, sustained effort, they rarely lead to meaningful results. Consistency transforms small actions into habits, habits into routines, and routines into achievements. It is the steady, daily effort that compounds over time, producing extraordinary outcomes. One of the most misunderstood aspects of success is that it occurs overnight. In reality, most accomplishments are the result of persistent, consistent actions repeated over weeks, months, or even years. Writing a book, building a business, mastering a skill, or improving health all rely on the compound effect of daily effort. Consistency turns incremental progress into transformative results. Consistency requires discipline. Showing up every day, even when motivation wanes, builds momentum. It is not about perfection. Missing a day does not erase progress, but about returning to the path and maintaining direction. Each act of consistency reinforces habits, strengthens skills, and builds resilience. Clarity of purpose enhances consistency. When you understand why you are pursuing a goal, you are more likely to take regular action. Purpose creates meaning, which fuels determination even when immediate results are not visible. Consistency thrives when your actions align with deeply held values and objectives. Small actions consistently applied yield larger returns than occasional bursts of intensity. For example, exercising for 30 minutes daily produces far greater benefits than a single 3-hour workout each week. Similarly, reading a few pages every day builds more knowledge than binge reading sporadically. Steady progress compounds into expertise, health, and achievement. Accountability strengthens consistency. When someone else is aware of your goals, a mentor, friend, or colleague, you are more likely to follow through. Accountability acts as reinforcement, keeping you committed even during periods of low motivation. Consistency is easier to maintain when supported by external encouragement and structure. Time management supports consistent effort. By scheduling tasks and allocating specific periods for important activities, you ensure that daily progress is made. A clear plan reduces procrastination, mental clutter, and indecision, allowing consistent action to become automatic. Structured routines create a rhythm that fosters long-term results. Consistency also builds credibility and trust. In personal and professional life, people notice those who reliably deliver results, whether it is meeting deadlines, maintaining quality, or keeping promises. Consistent action establishes reliability. Over time, credibility compounds opportunities, relationships, and influence. The compound effect is the principle behind consistency. Small, repeated actions accumulate into substantial outcomes. For instance, saving a modest amount of money daily or weekly may seem insignificant at first, but over years it can create wealth. Similarly, consistent practice in a skill builds expertise that exceeds occasional effort by magnitudes. Consistency strengthens confidence. Each completed task reinforces the belief in your ability to follow through. Confidence, in turn, enhances focus, motivation, and resilience. The cycle of action, reinforcement, and growth accelerates as consistent effort produces visible results. Flexibility complements consistency. Being consistent does not mean rigidity. It means maintaining commitment while adapting to changing circumstances. Life is unpredictable, and challenges arise. Those who sustain effort despite obstacles, adjusting methods without abandoning goals, harness the true power of consistency. Reflection improves consistent effort. Regularly reviewing progress helps identify what works, what doesn't, and where adjustments are needed. Consistency without reflection may lead to repetitive mistakes or stagnation. By analyzing results, you refine methods and enhance the efficiency of ongoing effort. Consistency also combats procrastination. Starting small and acting daily reduces the mental barrier of overwhelming tasks. Once action becomes habitual, procrastination loses its grip and momentum grows. Daily commitment creates a rhythm that naturally carries you forward, minimizing resistance and distraction. Mindset plays a crucial role in sustaining consistency. Viewing effort as a process rather than a test of willpower reduces pressure and fosters perseverance. Consistency is easier to maintain when focus shifts from perfection to progress, from outcomes to process, and from occasional effort to daily commitment. The role of environment cannot be overlooked. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals encourages consistent action. Additionally, creating physical and digital environments that minimize distractions reinforces daily effort. External cues, such as organized workspaces and structured schedules, strengthen internal commitment. Rewards and reinforcement enhance consistency. Positive feedback, whether internal or external, encourages continued action. Even small acknowledgements of progress, a completed task, a journal entry, or a brief reflection, reinforce habits and maintain momentum. Consistency is nurtured when effort is recognized and celebrated. Consistency also fosters resilience. Life presents setbacks, obstacles, and failures. A person committed to consistent action can recover quickly, using challenges as opportunities to strengthen habits, refine skills, and persevere. Long-term success depends not on avoiding failure, but on the ability to sustain effort despite it. The benefits of consistency extend beyond achievement. It reduces stress, clarifies priorities, and builds structure in daily life. When actions become habitual, decision fatigue diminishes, focus improves, and energy is preserved for high-value activities. Consistency transforms chaos into stability, making life more manageable and productive. Habits are the foundation of consistent effort. By automating behaviors aligned with your goals, you reduce reliance on willpower. Morning routines, time-blocked work sessions, regular exercise, and reflection practices all embed consistency into daily life. Over time, these habits operate automatically, creating continuous progress without conscious struggle. Consistency is not about grand gestures, it is about persistent, intentional effort. Even small actions, when repeated daily, have profound impact, whether building skills, improving health, strengthening relationships, or achieving goals. Consistent effort produces outcomes that exceed sporadic bursts of activity. Start today. Identify one area where consistent action will have the greatest impact. Commit to daily effort, track progress, adjust methods as needed, and maintain your focus. Over weeks, months, and years, your consistent effort will compound into remarkable results, transforming both your achievements and your character. Consistency is the secret ingredient in success. Motivation may inspire you, talent may assist you, but sustained action over time is what ultimately determines outcomes. By mastering consistency, you create a life of progress, purpose, and lasting fulfillment. Chapter 9. The importance of self-reflection in growth. Growth is not accidental. It emerges from deliberate action, continuous learning, and the ability to pause, assess, and adjust. Self-reflection is a powerful tool that enables individuals to evaluate their thoughts, actions, and outcomes. It allows you to learn from experience, recognize patterns, and make conscious decisions that align with long-term goals. Without reflection, even consistent effort can become misguided or less effective. Self-reflection begins with awareness. The first step in growth is understanding where you currently stand. Your strengths, weaknesses, successes, and failures. Awareness provides clarity, helping you identify which actions produce results and which habits hinder progress. By examining your behaviors, choices, and experiences, you gain valuable insights into how to improve and evolve. One of the most significant benefits of reflection is learning from mistakes. Failure is inevitable, but repeated mistakes without evaluation lead to stagnation. Reflection enables you to analyze what went wrong, why it happened, and how to prevent it in the future. Mistakes transform from setbacks into opportunities for learning, building resilience and wisdom over time. Self-reflection also fosters goal alignment. It is easy to get caught up in daily tasks and lose sight of long-term objectives. Regularly examining your actions ensures that your efforts support your priorities. Ask yourself whether the choices you make today bring you closer to your goals. Reflection acts as a compass, keeping your path aligned with your vision. Journaling is a practical method for self-reflection. Writing down thoughts, experiences, and insights helps organize the mind, uncover patterns, and reveal hidden emotions. Journals serve as both a record of progress and a tool for introspection. Reviewing entries over time highlights growth, recurring challenges, and areas requiring attention, providing a roadmap for improvement. Reflection encourages self-awareness of habits and routines. Many behaviors operate on autopilot, and without conscious evaluation, negative habits can persist unnoticed. Regular self-assessment allows you to identify habits that support growth and eliminate those that hinder progress. Understanding your patterns empowers you to make intentional choices that reinforce your goals. Another critical aspect of reflection is emotional intelligence. Examining your responses to situations, interactions with others, and internal emotional states enhances understanding of yourself and your relationships. Self-reflection improves empathy, communication, and interpersonal skills, which are vital for both personal and professional success. Reflection is closely linked with learning and skill development. Every experience, whether positive or negative, offers lessons. By pausing to analyze outcomes, processes, and strategies, you extract knowledge that informs future action. This cycle of action, reflection, and adjustment accelerates personal growth and mastery in any field. Daily or weekly reflection routines are highly effective. Setting aside dedicated time to review progress, challenges, and achievements ensures that reflection becomes a habit. During these sessions, consider questions such as, what went well? What could I have done differently? Did my actions align with my goals? How can I improve tomorrow? Mindfulness practices enhance self-reflection. Being present in the moment allows you to observe thoughts, feelings, and behaviors without judgment. Mindfulness creates clarity and focus, which makes reflection more accurate and insightful. It also reduces emotional reactivity, allowing objective evaluation of experiences. Reflection strengthens decision-making. When you regularly evaluate past actions and outcomes, you learn which strategies work and which do not. This knowledge informs future choices, increasing efficiency, effectiveness, and confidence. Self-reflection transforms experience into wisdom, guiding smarter decisions. Gratitude and self-reflection are closely connected. Reflecting on accomplishments, lessons learned, and positive experiences fosters a sense of appreciation. Gratitude enhances motivation, mental well-being, and resilience, creating a supportive mindset for continued growth. Reflection helps recognize both achievements and opportunities for improvement. Reflection also improves accountability. By honestly evaluating your actions and commitments, you recognize where you succeeded and where you fell short. This awareness fosters responsibility for outcomes, motivating corrective action, and reinforcing discipline. Accountability through reflection ensures continuous progress. Learning from others is an extension of self-reflection. Observing mentors, peers, or role models and analyzing their successes and mistakes provides additional insights. Reflection allows you to integrate external lessons with personal experience, broadening understanding and accelerating growth. Self-reflection promotes clarity in priorities. It helps distinguish between urgent and important tasks, allowing focus on high-value actions. Reflection highlights distractions, unnecessary commitments, and misaligned behaviors, enabling you to redirect time and energy toward meaningful activities. Reflection strengthens resilience and adaptability. By analyzing challenges and setbacks, you develop strategies for future obstacles. Understanding how you respond to adversity equips you with tools to navigate change effectively. Reflection transforms difficulties into opportunities for growth, reinforcing perseverance. The practice of reflection cultivates self-confidence, recognizing your achievements, learning from mistakes, and understanding your progress builds belief in your abilities. Confidence emerges not from external validation, but from insight gained through consistent evaluation of experience. Reflection also nurtures creativity. By examining patterns, problems, and solutions from different perspectives, your mind generates innovative ideas. Self-reflection encourages curiosity, experimentation, and critical thinking, essential ingredients for problem-solving and personal development. Action without reflection is incomplete. While taking consistent steps toward goals is vital, understanding the impact of those actions ensures efficiency and growth. Reflection creates a feedback loop. Act, observe, analyze, adjust, and act again. This cycle transforms ordinary effort into meaningful results. To start, dedicate even 5 to 10 minutes daily to reflect on your actions and experiences. Ask questions, take notes, and consider improvements. Over time, this habit deepens self-awareness, refines decision-making, and accelerates personal development. Self-reflection is not about criticism. It is about insight. By observing without judgment, you develop clarity, wisdom, and intentionality. Reflection illuminates the path forward, strengthens focus, and empowers you to act with purpose. By integrating self-reflection into your daily routine, you unlock the ability to learn faster, act smarter, and grow consistently. It transforms experience into understanding, challenges into lessons, and effort into meaningful progress. Reflection is the foundation of a conscious, successful, and fulfilled life. Chapter 10: Sustaining Motivation Through Challenges. Motivation is the spark that ignites action, but challenges test its endurance. Life is unpredictable, and obstacles, setbacks, and failures are inevitable. The key to long-term success is not avoiding difficulties, but learning how to sustain motivation despite them. Understanding how to navigate challenges strengthens resilience, focus, and determination, ensuring progress even in the face of adversity. The first principle is understanding your why. Motivation becomes stronger and more sustainable when your goals are deeply meaningful. A compelling purpose provides a reason to keep moving forward, even when circumstances are tough. Ask yourself, why am I pursuing this goal? What impact will achieving it have on my life or others? When the answer resonates with your values, motivation becomes self-reinforcing. Challenges often trigger self-doubt, a major barrier to sustained motivation. Negative thoughts and fear of failure can drain energy and reduce effort. Recognizing these mental patterns allows you to counteract them with positive self-talk, affirmations, and realistic perspective. Understanding that setbacks are normal, temporary, and surmountable helps maintain forward momentum. Breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps is an effective strategy. Large challenges can feel overwhelming, leading to procrastination or discouragement. By dividing complex goals into achievable actions, each completed step creates a sense of progress, reinforces motivation, and builds confidence. Momentum grows with every small win, sustaining effort through difficult periods. Accountability supports motivation during challenges. Sharing your goals with a friend, mentor, or peer creates external reinforcement. Regular check-ins encourage follow-through and provide encouragement when motivation dips. Accountability is a psychological tool that strengthens commitment and helps maintain focus during setbacks. Visualizing success is another technique. Imagining yourself overcoming challenges and achieving goals creates a mental roadmap. Visualization enhances confidence, clarifies objectives, and primes the brain for action. By picturing the rewards of persistence, you generate internal motivation to continue, even when external circumstances are difficult. Challenges are opportunities for learning and growth. Viewing obstacles as chances to acquire new skills, deepen knowledge, or strengthen character transforms motivation from external reward to internal development. Each problem becomes a teacher, and every setback provides insight that prepares you for future success. Building resilience is essential. Motivation may fluctuate, but resilient individuals continue to act despite temporary setbacks. Resilience develops through experience, reflection, and deliberate practice. The more challenges you face and overcome, the stronger your ability to maintain effort under pressure. Consistency reinforces motivation. Even when enthusiasm wanes, disciplined action ensures continued progress. Small, repeated efforts maintain momentum and prevent stagnation. Motivation alone is fleeting, but combining it with consistent routines and habits guarantees that progress continues even during low-energy periods. Your environment significantly impacts motivation. Surround yourself with supportive people, inspirational resources, and a workspace that encourages focus. Reduce exposure to negative influences or distractions that sap energy. External conditions can either reinforce your drive or undermine it, making environmental design a critical factor in sustaining motivation. Self-care is vital. Physical health, sleep, nutrition, and exercise influence mental energy and perseverance. When your body is well rested and fueled, you maintain focus, reduce stress, and resist burnout. Neglecting self-care erodes motivation, even for those with strong purpose and discipline. Reflection strengthens motivation. Periodically review progress, identify lessons learned, and recognize achievements. Reflection provides perspective, reinforces purpose, and clarifies next steps. Understanding how far you've come can reignite energy when challenges make progress seem slow or uncertain. Adaptability is crucial for sustaining motivation. Challenges often require changes in strategy or approach. Being flexible allows you to navigate obstacles without abandoning your goals. Motivation thrives when you can adjust your methods while maintaining commitment to the desired outcome. Positive social influence fuels motivation. Surrounding yourself with ambitious, supportive, and driven individuals creates an environment where effort is normalized and progress is celebrated. Peer encouragement, shared goals, and collaborative accountability enhance persistence through difficult periods. Mindset determines the ability to sustain motivation. Adopting a growth mindset, believing that skills and intelligence can improve through effort, transforms challenges into opportunities. When setbacks are viewed as learning experiences rather than insurmountable barriers, motivation remains strong and forward momentum continues. Tracking progress reinforces effort. Quantifiable measures such as milestones achieved, goals completed, or skills mastered provide tangible evidence of success. Visual reminders of progress, such as charts, journals, or checklists, reinforce confidence and help maintain motivation during tough periods. Rewarding yourself for effort strengthens motivation. Celebrating small successes, acknowledging persistence, and rewarding milestones energizes further action. Internal and external reinforcement creates a feedback loop, making it easier to sustain consistent effort over time. Challenges can also highlight values and priorities. Difficult moments reveal what truly matters to you and clarify the importance of your goals. Understanding the significance of your efforts strengthens motivation as you recognize that persistence aligns with your core values and long-term aspirations. Motivation is a dynamic force that can be cultivated. Techniques such as goal visualization, reflection, habit reinforcement, accountability, and self-care create sustainable energy for action. By combining purpose, planning, and persistence, you maintain drive even when external conditions are challenging. Start today by identifying a current challenge. Break it into manageable steps, visualize the outcome, create a support system, and establish a small daily action to progress. Monitor results, celebrate achievements, and reflect on lessons learned. By intentionally managing motivation, you develop the ability to persist, adapt, and thrive. Sustaining motivation through challenges is not about avoiding difficulty, but about leveraging effort, purpose, and mindset to maintain momentum. By mastering these strategies, you transform obstacles into catalysts for growth, resilience, and achievement. Motivation becomes a tool that drives action, fuels persistence, and ensures that your goals remain attainable, even in the face of adversity.